Welcome to the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast. We will be focusing on everything from spotlighting our members to discussing what is happening in the Chamber. This episode is brought to you by Classic Strategic Media. Classic is a proud sponsor of all the efforts of our Chamber. Now let's join the conversation at the Classic Strategic Media Studio in Independence, Ohio.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast. I'm Kristen with Classic Strategic Media. Joining me today is
Nikki Dillon from CARSTAR Coaching Collision.
Awesome, CARSTAR Collision. So you guys fix it after we demolish it.
That is true, yes.
Awesome. Where are you guys located?
So we're located 1500 Brook Park Road, Cleveland, on the border of Parma.
Awesome. So April, what is April?
April is Distracted Driver Awareness Month.
Yes. Put down the cell phones is number one.
Is number one. And you know what? 26% of accidents are due to people texting and talking on the phone.
Yeah. I think I'm mostly distracted when I'm trying to eat.
Yeah, me too.
That's got to be a bad thing to do while you drive as well.
Right.
So,
yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Yes. So we have a list here of some common things here. We could just start off here. Neighborhood safety.
Neighborhood safety. Unlike today, it is getting a little warmer outside. The kids need to play. They need to get outside to burn some energy. So just be careful in the neighborhoods. Make sure you're driving slow. Look out for the kids, the balls in the street.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention the Parma cops. They love giving out.
Cops,
they
yes.
love giving out speeding tickets. All right. So speaking of getting warm out, people like to pull out their motorcycles.
Their motorcycles. That's a big deal in the summer here
Yeah.
in Cleveland. So just take extra care with them. You know, in and out of the lanes. Make sure you keep space behind them, and let them have some room. Sharing the road.
Awesome. And then Cleveland is one of the biggest bicycling cities in America. Did you know that?
I did know that, yes. So again, we're sharing the road with the bicycles. Just give them space. Make sure you have a safe opportunity if you're going to go ahead and pass them.
Yeah.
And another tip too is when you cut the grass, make sure you get all the grass clippings out of the street for the bicycles and the motorcycles.
Yes.
Do you know why?
Because when they're wet, they become very slippery.
You're right. Good.
My neighbor informed me of
Okay.
that. I never knew that. I've
didn't
always
know
seen
that.
everybody just blowing their clippings out on the
Right.
street, and they never clean our streets. So they'd sit out there forever. And he came out and he goes, hey, you know, people can slip on those. I was like, what do you mean slip? He goes, the bicyclists and the motorcycles, when they come around, they'll lose control if it's
Right.
wet. I'm like, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Sweep them up.
Sweep them up. Blow them away. Sweep them up. Something.
Yes, don't just put them in the street. And then if you're riding a bicycle, obviously wear a helmet, right?
Wear a helmet. Yes. Always wear a helmet.
And then try to, be aware of your surroundings. Wear some bright colors, reflective
clothes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't go out biking at night in black. It wouldn't be advised.
It would not be advised. Please don't.
No. So, what do we got next on our list?
So slow down. Move over for vehicles with flashing lights.
State law.
Yes, it is a state law. You will get fined. So give them some space. Let, EMS or paramedic or tow truck, anybody that's trying to help that vehicle, give them some space.
Yeah. That's pretty
Slow down.
common. Slow down. I mean, if you're driving down the freeway and you see an officer pulled someone over, do the courtesies thing. Move out of that lane so you're not flying past them at 70,
Right.
blowing their hat off. So, all right. What do we got next?
So next, this last thing, don't drive impaired.
Wow, I hope people aren't.
Common sense.
Isn't that why they got us Uber? Uber and Lyft,
Exactly.
it's the greatest thing ever to
And-
prevent drunk driving, right?
Exactly, and it's not just drunk driving. Narcotics. Narcotics is a big deal right now, and so that's also impairedness.
It is.
So again, just no driving drunk and watch your narcotics.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes I don't feel like driving when I have a long day at work. And I probably am not safe to be driving when my eyes are falling asleep as well. And that's kind of driving impaired as well.
That really is. You're right.
Yeah. Well, this was a great list. I hope everybody practices these things. I mean, we got to keep everyone safe in the community, right?
We have to keep them safe.
All right. So, God forbid something happens to your car. What can you guys do for us at CARSTAR?
So we take it over. We take it over. You get into a crash, you give us a call. We'll help you get scheduled in. If you need a rental car, we will set that up for you. We stand behind our repairs with a lifetime warranty for what we repair, and then we get the car back to you in a timely fashion.
That's awesome. I had an accident one time. I had a lease vehicle. Someone rear-ended me. I took it to a shop. They did the repair. It was all through my insurance and everything. When I turned in my lease, they said, this repair is not of our quality standard. Have you heard of these things? Or because you guys do it properly, you never even heard of this?
Yeah, we heard of it. However, we do it properly. We provide you what we did to the vehicle. So when you do turn in your lease, you will turn in what we did to the vehicle.
There you go. See?
Yes.
'Cause so many of us are now leasing. And that was something I didn't even think about.
Right.
When I'm just sitting there and someone rear-ended me, I had a smashed-in bumper, and I was like, all right, bumpers made of plastic now. They don't do much. Yeah. So they had to replace the whole thing. And all of a sudden I went to go turn in. They're like, oh, you need to get this repaired. I'm like, what are you talking about? I already had it repaired. And I was like, what a pain that was.
Yeah.
So
It happens.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll catch you next time on the next episode of the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Parma Area Chamber of Commerce podcast. We would like to thank our sponsor, Classic Strategic Media. Please subscribe to our podcast to be notified when new episodes are released.